Well, forgive me for that long, somewhat self-indulgent intro. Hopefully you didn't skip it, because I don't know, I was trying to think of something to do this week and continue to mine this rapidly declining brain for more ideas when I started playing with my intro. So that's what I did. Anyway, as you may have figured, this is the Vegematic Deluxe show, the only show on YouTube where weirdness is acceptable and encouraged. And a lot of my audience seem to be old weirdos, which I like, because young weirdos are fine too, but old weirdos are still going against the grain, still fighting back after all these years, and haven't sold out. Well, some of them have, but not the cool ones. I was left a comment in on my previous video that kind of gave me pause for thought a little bit. Somebody's accused me of using AI and therefore putting artists out of work. Now, how is that possible? Was I going to hire artists to do all those AI things for me? No, I'm an artist. I have been an artist, a painter. I have been painting for 50 years. I am fully aware of the impact of technology on the arts, such as it has been for many, many years. The invention of the camera, for instance. Many artists were convinced that that would be the end of artists. And same thing with artificial intelligence. And as I pointed out, it has no soul. It can do some stuff reasonably well, but it will never replace art. Artists have always been engaged in a struggle and in a scraping by existence, and thus it has always been, and it will no doubt always be. So I make no excuses for using some artificial intelligence in a creative way. I don't just post what's there. I play with the pictures and manipulate them and everything. It's just another art form. Anyway, that off of my chest, let's see what's going on in the world this week. Well, the same as any other week, I guess. Things keep getting kind of scarier and scarier. Various natural disasters, war, pestilence, you name it. This is the age we're living in. That's not to say that you still can't find some beauty in life. I keep looking, and the more I see beauty, the more it contrasts with what we are doing to that beauty. We are shitting on it. I mean, humanity. And we don't care for it very much. We would just as soon rape and pillage and fill our pockets. We know that humans are essentially doomed. Okay, our number of years here is very short. The number of years left to change things has come and gone very quickly. And we still have to live. We still have to face what generations have done before us and the results of human stupidity. And the scary thing is those that want to take away what freedom we still have and replace it with some kind of white Christian nationalism that's a toxic heresy on steroids. It's frightening that there are so many in the world that can't stand people making decisions for themselves, people being free to make mistakes, being free to experiment with however they want to live. It's none of my business, and I don't particularly care to stop somebody else doing something that I'm not doing. Or the conservative mindset, the conservative mindset that is basically terrified that somewhere somebody's getting something that they're not. And they can use some pittance that perhaps somebody on welfare is getting as say, well, that's just entitled laziness and everything. You don't know the suffering that people have gone through in their lives. They assume that because they are wealthy and successful, and that they usually inherited it or have some kind of blind luck, but they will never admit that, because there is always a class of people who want to make their vice virtue, who want greed to appear virtuous and wonderful, and like I'm contributing to things. Yeah, you're contributing to everything that's going wrong. The ocean acidification, the outrageous temperatures, you're contributing to it all, but you create jobs, so you're important. I don't know where we're going as a species in the next few years. The models that we have built society on are profoundly broken. They're broken in the way that has been calculated. And any time these people scream about somebody getting something else, it's like, look over there, don't see what I am doing. And we all want to avoid responsibility for the collapse of industrial civilization, the collapse of food processes and everything. But really, we're all somewhat guilty. Some are really, really guilty, others less so, and others are just trying to eke out an existence in some garbage dump in a third world hellhole somewhere. The way these people think is delusional, but the way that they impose cruelty on others is not. They enjoy it. It's a strange time we live in. We've got all this technology, and when I was young, when I was a little kid in the 60s growing up, there was this myth that technology was going to free us from labor. Yes, then the big question of the day was what we were going to do with all our free time. And instead, of course, technology was used to further enslave the working class, because they controlled the levers of power and they controlled the pipes. But what happens when the inevitable happens? Inevitably, capitalism, if followed through to its extreme with no regulations placed upon it, will end up with one company owning everything. But no, let's attack poor people. Let's attack anybody who's different from us. Let's attack people because of their race, of their religion, of their gender. That's much easier than actually trying to solve some of humanity's problems. And how long do we have to put up with this? Well, we keep putting up with it, and it keeps getting worse, doesn't it? I wish somehow that power wasn't, as Henry Kissinger once said, an aphrodisiac. And people that crave power are the last ones that should ever be given power, because they love it. They love it for itself. They love to have the finest seats in restaurants and the TV cameras in front of them. And they're just human beings like the rest of us, but in their delusional mindset, they're better than us. They are more brilliant. They are wonderful. They are blessed by God. What do we consider a success in our society? Spending all your time at work, always looking over your shoulder for when somebody's going to stab you in the back, always slaving and your kids end up hating you, you're divorced 3 times, but you made a lot of money. Congratulations. You are living the American dream now. So anyway, that's my rant for Saturday. I will be doing another midweek one, but making these does take some time and effort, and I certainly thank you all for watching, and thank all of you who have subscribed, who have liked and commented, and I of course consider answering every comment as a part of my responsibility to you, the Vegematic Deluxe viewer. Try and do some small thing this week to help somebody. Do some small thing that makes the world a better place. Even if you can't do much. Even if it's seeing somebody who's down and out and saying hello and giving a smile, treating them like a human being instead of refuse. I hope you'll be around and continue to be around as I continue to waste the rest of my life on YouTube. See you later. Peace, love, all that good stuff. And remember, we're only here for a short time, so let's try and make a difference while we're here.